Hello and welcome coders to the Sky Coding. So in today's session we will discuss about streams and tasks together. In the previous sessions we have covered streams, concept plus practical, and we have also covered task and how to schedule the task with the cron method, and all of the concepts also we have covered in the previous session. Okay, so in this session we will just discuss about streams and task, and we will do some of the examples of this streams plus task. Okay, this is tutorial which is basically related to streams and task, and in the previous sessions we have covered streams separately and tasks separately, but in this session we will just cover streams plus task together. Okay, because streams and task is a very important topic of the Snowflake. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's get started and let's clear our concepts for the streams and tasks, how to use the streams and task together, because whenever we will work with streams plus task plus snowpipe, it will just make the continuous data loading. Okay, so that's a very important concept of the Snowflake. So in today's session we will discuss about streams plus concept together. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's get started and let's see what is the agenda of the today's session. Okay, first of all, what we will do, we will create a one table, that is a main source table. After that we will create a one another table, that will be the target table, and in the target table we will just consume all of the updated, deleted, or the updated, deleted, or the inserted records. Okay, so suppose first of all what we will do, we will just update some of the records, and we will just insert some of the records. Okay, we will just insert some of the records, and that our stream will capture that insertion, updation, and deletion, and we will just capture here insertion to the target table, and after that we will capture updation to the target table, and after that we will capture updation and deletion and all those things to the target table in one go. Okay, we will just do this thing, insert, update, and delete at the same time, and we will just consume all those changes which is being captured by the stream to the target table in one go. Okay, and after that we will try to do this capture DTC in stream and updation with the task into the target table. Okay, what we will do, we will just create a one table and we will create a stream on that table. After that, whatever changes which are being done by the in that table, then all the changes will be just captured by the stream, and we will just consume the changed data which is being captured by the stream, and we will just store them into our target table by the task. We will just create a task for that. We will not perform query again and again. Okay, we will just create a simple task. That task will do work. Okay, we don't have to do any of the thing. Our stream will just capture the data and that task will just do the work. Okay, so that's all. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, we will just create a one database. Okay, Sky Coding. Okay, so let me create or replace the database, as I am having already database, so it will be just replaced. Okay, so let me refresh this once. Okay, so you can see Sky Coding database is now successfully created, and now we will just create some of the schemas. We will just create this my stream schema. Let me execute these schemas first, then we will discuss. Okay, so first of all, we have created this my stream schema. Here we will just store all of the streams, and here in this schema stage table, here we will just store all of the stage tables, means source tables, and this is our schema, that is here we will just store the target tables. Okay, let me type here. Okay, source tables. Here we will store the source tables in this schema, and what we will store here in this, here we will just store the target tables. Okay, you can target tables. Okay, you can say it as a we will just consume whatever change is being captured by the stream. We will just consume all of the data into this table, into this target tables. Okay, so first of all, let me create the source table. Basically, this is the syntax for the creating the source table, as we have done this thing in our previous session. Okay, it is having employee name, employee ID, name, salary, age, department, location. Okay, so let me execute this and create this table. Okay, so you can see table is now successfully created, and let's refresh this and let's see this table is now created in this stage table. This is my source table what I have created. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are just creating one stream on this table. We will just create this stream on this table. Okay, so this syntax for creating a stream is simple. We have discussed that thing in previous session. So create or replace stream, after that stream name on table. I am just creating this stream on this table. This is source table. Okay, so let me create the stream first. Okay, you can just list the streams as well. Okay, you can see this is the stream, and you can see type is delta, mode is default. This is my standard stream, as it is not only append or insert. Okay, and you can see let's check this thing. Okay, So you can see my stream is not having any of the data, and you can see we are getting these data columns: metadata action, metadata is update, metadata row id. Okay, we have discussed about these columns in the previous session. Okay, so if you haven't watched my that practical and concept session of streams and task, then the link will be given in the description box. You can watch those videos. Okay, so now we will just create a one table, that is target table again. Okay, so this is my target table. Okay, so let me show you the target table first. This is my stage table, and here we have target table. Okay, so here what we will do, this is my target table. Whatever data change is being captured by the stream, we will just store that into this table, target table. Okay, so that you can better understand this concept of consuming the data from the stream. Okay, we will just consume, insert, update, delete, and all those things into this table. Okay, so this is the target table where I will just capture all of the data which is being captured by the stream. We will just store that into this table. Okay, this is my target table. Okay, so now first of all, let's insert some of the records into the source table. Okay, don't confuse in this thing. This is my source table where in this source table we will just do some of the changes, and our this stream will just capture all of the changes, and we will just consume all of the data which is being captured by the stream on this table, source table. We will just store all of the consumed data. We will just consume the data into this target table. Okay, we are just getting this target table for consuming the data from the streams. Okay, so let me first of all insert some of the records. Okay, into the source table, you can see number of records inserted 6. And now what we will do, let's check the data into the source table. So now you will see here we got 6 rows here, and now we will just check into the stream that whether our stream has recorded this thing or not. Okay, so you can see we got 6 rows here. Okay, and you can see metadata is action is insert, and metadata update is false because we are not doing the updation as we are just doing the insertion. So that's why metadata is action is insert, and this is basically the row id. Okay, so now my stream has just captured these 6 rows. Okay, so now what we will do, we will just consume this data from this stream, and we will just store that into our target table which I have created. We have created the target table for just storing the data, just consuming the data from all of the streams, and whether that insert or update or delete. Okay, so now for doing that thing, how to do? Okay, so let me first of all write the code. Okay, let me first of all show you the data into the target table. Okay, select asterisk, let me type here first, select. Okay, select asterisk from, and my target table name, let me check from here. Okay, so this is my target table name. Okay, employee. Okay, so what we will do, we will just paste here and let's check the data. Okay, so now you can see we have 0 rows into the target table. Okay, so now our stream has just captured these 6 rows which I have inserted into this source table, this one. Okay, this our stream has just captured. Okay, so now we will just means consume this data of this stream into our target table. Okay, how to consume that? For that you have to use this thing, metadata is action will be insert where, and metadata is update will be false. We will just use these things. Okay, we have also consumed this insertion in the previous session. Okay, so insertion is very simple. Okay, insert into, and after that this table, so we will be just copying this name, insert into this table. This is my target table, and after that what we will do, we will just write the columns here. Okay, so columns will be just emp id and emp name. These are the columns. Okay, emp id, emp name, salary and age, emp id, salary, age, and after that department, department, and after that location. Okay, this is the basically the location, and after that what we will do, we have just given here insert date as well. Okay, you can see this is our insert date. Okay, so let me copy this thing, then you will understand. Okay, so we have just given the insert date and last update date, so that you can understand this thing when your data is being inserted or when your data is being updated. Insert date, last insert date. Okay, so now we will just give this thing. After that you have to give select, and after that you have to give these columns. Okay, which columns you want to select. Okay, so I want to select these columns, these emp id, emp name, salary, age, department. Okay, so let me copy till location. Okay, instead of writing again. Okay, sorry guys, sorry. So we will just copy this thing. So let's copy and let's paste here. Okay, so this is emp id, salary, age, department, location, and for the insert date will be just a current date. So current date, we will just use Snowflake one, current date, and for the last update, let me give it as null. Okay, so now what we will do, we will just from where I am just consuming this data from stream. Okay, so my stream name is let me copy the stream name. Okay, so stream name is this one, my stream dot stream empl. Okay, from this stream I am just capturing the data. Okay, so what we will do, we will just give here stream name, my streams stream empl. Okay, and now we have to put the condition from this stream. Let me give this here. Okay, from stream, and now we will just put the where clause, where metadata is action. This will be, we will just give this thing. Okay, where metadata is action, let me copy the name from here. Okay, instead of writing, we can just copy here from here. Okay, metadata is action will be just insert. Okay, insert, and after that and metadata is update will be false. Okay, so basically we are just doing this thing. Okay, suppose that in your this stream you have all of the records where insertion, where updation is also done. So for updation, metadata is action will be insert and delete, and this metadata is update is false. So you can give this condition. Okay, metadata is update will be a false. Okay, false, and after that what we will do, we will just give the semicolon. Okay, so this is basically the syntax for doing these things. Okay, insert into insert into table name, target table, and these are the columns. We are just selecting these columns from this stream. This is my stream, and where metadata action is insert and metadata is update is false. Okay, so we will just capture this thing from the stream. Okay, so let me execute this. Okay, what it is saying, current date, there is some of the issue. Okay, what it is saying, unexpected date. Okay, what error we are getting, let's check this thing. Okay, this is our insert date. Okay, we have to not give here this column. Okay, sorry guys, because we have just copied this thing from earlier and we haven't done any of the changes. Okay, so now let's execute this. What it is saying, emp invalid identifier emp name. Okay, select emp id, and this is emp name. Okay, why it is saying like that? Okay, sorry guys, I have given the correct spelling. Sorry for that. Okay, incorrect spelling we have given, that's why it is saying error. Okay, so now let's execute. Okay, now it will work definitely. Okay, so you can see number of rows inserted 6. Okay, so these 6 rows are just being consumed from the stream, and these all are being stored into this target table. Okay, so this is my target table. So let's check the data into the target table. Okay, so this is my target table. Okay, and you can see we got 6 rows here, and let's check the data into the stream. Okay, so the stream will not have any of the data now, because we have just consumed all of the data. Okay, you can see we have consumed all of the records from the stream into our target table. So our stream has 0 rows and our target table has 6 rows. You can see here. Okay, so now by this way you can just capture all of the insertion of the records, means whatever the insertion you have done on the source table, and that insertion is being captured by our stream, and we are just consuming all of the data which is being captured by the stream into our target table. So by this way you can just capture the inserted records by using these conditions. Metadata is action insert, metadata is update is false. We have done this thing in the previous session. Okay, so now the main thing is for update. How can you just update? Okay, so for update, let me first of all, as you can see in our stream we don't have any of the data. Okay, let me show you for the stream. Okay, you can see our stream is just vacant, it is not having any of the rows. Okay, so now we will just update some of the records into our target table, into our source table, and after that we will see our stream is capturing or not. Okay, so let's update some of the records. Okay, you can see number of records updated 1, and here also number of records updated 1. Okay, so now let's show you the updated records. So what we are doing, we are just setting the salary from 45,000 to 49,000. Okay, you can see for the employee ID 2 we are just changing this 49,000, and for the employee ID 5 we are just changing the location to the Pune. Okay, So this is the thing which I am going to do here. Okay, I have done the changes. Okay, so now let's check in the stream whether our stream has captured this updation or not. You can see here our stream has just captured this thing. It is showing 4 times. Why it is showing? So as I have discussed this thing earlier also, that updation is a combination of deletion and insertion. Why? Because suppose that earlier we here for, let's take an example for this employee ID 5. Earlier it is having location as Noida. So first of all it will just delete this Noida location. That's why metadata action is delete here, and after that it is inserting new record, that is Pune. So that's why Pune now. So first of all it will delete the old records from the table, and after that it will insert the new records. Okay, so that's why it is a combination of delete and insert. We have discussed this thing in the previous session. Okay, so you can see our stream has just captured this thing. Okay, so now we will just capture, we will just consume this data from the stream into our target table. Okay, so how to do that for the target table, for the means updation? So how to do that? So let me write the query for that as well. Okay, so for that what you have to do, you have to just use the merge command. Okay, we have discussed this thing, merge into, and after that my table name. Okay, merge into that target table name. Let me copy the target table. This is my target table name. Merge into this table, merge into this table, and after that what we will do, we will use the alias name. Let me give the alias name as E. Okay, instead of writing the big name again and again. Okay, using, and we are just using streams. Okay, from stream we are just doing merge. Okay, so okay, sorry guys, let me copy this stream name and let me paste here stream name. Okay, and for stream name let me give it as alias name as S. Okay, on E dot we will just use this employee ID. Okay, E dot emp ID, this we are just taking from the target table. E dot emp ID equals to S dot emp ID. S dot emp ID, this one. Okay, S dot emp ID, whatever data is being captured by the stream. Okay, and if match is found, then we will update. Okay, when matched, and when match is found, then we will just update all those things. Okay, S dot this metadata action, this we will just use this thing when metadata action update is found. Okay, when S dot metadata is action is insert, because we don't need this delete thing is deleted, we are just inserting the new record now, so we will just use that thing. Okay, so and this thing let me copy again. So and S dot metadata action is insert, and S dot metadata is update is true. Okay, earlier it was false because we are not doing any of the updation. Okay, if this match is found, if when matched and this thing, when this match is found, then what we will do, when matched, then if this match is found, then what we will do, we will just do the update. Okay, so then update, and we are just giving the column names now. Okay, E dot E name we will give like that. E dot E name is equals to S dot emp name. Okay, we have to give here emp name. Okay, because my column name is emp name. Okay, emp name. Okay, and here also emp name. Okay, and after that we will just set E dot salary as well. We will just set salary as well, age, department, location, and all those things we will do like that. Okay, so now let me do this thing, then we will be back. Okay, so now my metadata for this updation is now ready. We have to basically use this merge into, and into which table you want to copy these consume this data from the stream, merge into this is my target table name, and we are just giving this alias name so that we don't have to write this big name again and again. Okay, that's why we are giving this alias name. Okay, we are just using our my stream, and we are just giving this E dot emp ID, means the emp ID from the target table will be equal to the S dot emp ID, means this stream. Okay, and when match is found, this match is found where metadata is action is insert, metadata is update is true, and then we will just update this emp name by this semp name, and we are just updating these things. Okay, so now let's execute this. Okay, so first of all let me show you the data from the stream. Okay, how much data we have in the stream. Okay, so in the stream we have these 4 rows, so these 2 rows will be just inserted. Okay, and let me show you the data for the target table as well, how much data we are having in the target table. Okay, so let me copy this and let me paste here. Okay, here. Okay, so let me show you the for the target table. Okay, so in the target table we are having 6 rows. Okay, so now what we will get, we will get two more rows. Okay, so now let's execute this and let's see, okay, what error we are facing. If we are facing any error, then we will do that. Okay, you can see number of rows updated 2. We have just updated these things. Okay, so now my rows into this target table are now being updated. We have 6 rows, but this record is being updated. Okay, you can see what updation we have done. We have just done the updation for employee ID 2. Here employee ID 2 Ankit, and earlier it is having 45,000. Now it is just 49,000 49,000 it is increased. Okay, and for the 5 employee ID, our location will be changed from Bangalore to Pune. You can see it is now Pune. Okay, and let me show you the earlier record as well. Okay, you can see for the employee ID 2, the salary is 45,000 only, and for the employee ID 5, location is Noida. Not Noida, it is Noida, not Bangalore. Okay, it is Noida, you can say. So we have got this updated record. Okay, so by this way you can just do the updation of updation means whatever data is being captured by the stream, you can just update that and consume that updated data from the stream, and you will just update that into the target table. Okay, so by this way you can just do the updation. Okay, and now let's check in the stream. In stream we don't have any data because we have just consumed all of the data from the stream. Okay, you can see we have consumed all of the data from the stream. Okay, so now what we will do, we will just capture the delete as well. Okay, so for the delete, what we will do, let's delete some of the records. We are just deleting the records for the employee ID 3 and 4. Okay, now for this what we have to write, we have to use that thing only. Okay, let me copy this from here instead of writing again and again, but we will just change these things. Okay, let me copy this thing and let me paste here. Okay, merge into this table and using streams where this is will be equal, the alias name will be same. Here we will just change this metadata action will be delete, because we are just deleting the records. Delete and metadata is update will be false in the deleted. Okay, so let me just copy this. This is my table and this is my stream. Okay, so let's check in the stream whether our stream has captured this changed data or not. Okay, so let's check in the stream. Okay, what it is saying, select as okay, we haven't given here semicolon, that's why it is taking that one also. Okay, so let's execute. Okay, you can see our stream has just captured this deleted data where I have deleted employee ID 3 and 4. Employee ID 3 is Divya and employee ID 3 is Pranav and employee ID 4 is Divya. You can see metadata is action is delete and metadata is update is false. So we will just use these columns and we will just delete these records. Okay, so for that you have to just use these things we have discussed earlier, and after that what we will do, we are not doing any of the updates, so we will just delete these things. So then delete. Okay, you have to write. Okay, so let me show you the data from the table as well. Okay, so this is my source table. Okay, so let's check in the source. In the source table, employee ID 3 4 is now deleted, you can see here. Okay, and let's check the data into the target table as well. Okay, whether we have data in the target table or not. Okay, so let's execute this. Okay, so you can see here, we have 3 employee ID Pranav and 4 Divya. We have these records in our target table. Okay, so we will just consume this means deleted data from our stream, and you will see here we will get 4 rows here now, 4 rows here, and these records will be just deleted. Okay, so let's check in the stream first. You can see our stream has this data. Okay, so now let's execute this and let's check whether this record is being deleted or not. You can see number of rows deleted 2. Okay, and let's check into the target table. Okay, so you can see in the target table earlier we are having 3 4 employee records, but now they are being deleted because we have just consumed this thing from our stream. Okay, so whatever the change is being captured by the stream that is being just updated into our target table. Okay, and let's check in the data in the stream. So let's check data in the stream. So you can see in the stream we don't have any of the data. Okay, because we have just consumed all of the data from the stream. Okay, so by this way you can just make your table up to date, that target table. Okay, so what we have done, we have just done some of the insertion into the target, into the means table, and after that our stream has captured some of the insertion. We have just consumed that insertion into our target table. After that user has done some of the updation in the table, and our stream has captured that thing, and we have just updated, and we have just consumed that updated records from the stream, and we have just stored them into the target table. After that what we have done, we have just deleted some of the records, and our stream has captured that deletion, and we have just consumed that deleted record from the stream, and we have just stored them into the target table. So here in the deletion, what it is doing, it is just matching these things, and wherever data metadata action is deleted, so it is just deleting these things from the target table as well. Okay, so that's what we are just doing. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, so now we will just see all these changes at a same time. Okay, so for the same time we will just do updation, deletion, insertion at the same time, and we will try to consume all of the deletion, insertion and updation at the same time. Okay, so first of all, let's check the data in the table. So you can see in our source table we are having these 1 2 5 6 employee ID records, means 4 rows. Okay, so now we will just insert this record into this table. You can see number of records inserted 2, so now we have 6 rows. You can see in the source table. So let's execute. Why it's taking time? Maybe some of the network issues. Okay, so now what we will do, we will just do the updation. We will just update this. You can see we have 6 rows. Okay, so now we will just update the record for this employee ID 1 Aman, and we will just set the salary from 80,000 to the 85,000, and location to the from Bangalore to Hyderabad. Okay, so let's do this updation. Okay, and after that we will delete some of the records. Okay, now number of rows updated 2, and now what we will do, we will just update the record, delete the record. We are just deleting the employee ID 6. Okay, so now what we will get, we will get 5 rows. Okay, because we have earlier we are having 4, and now we have inserted 2 4 to 6. After that we have just deleted 1, so we will get 5. Okay, so you can see we got 5 rows. Okay, and what we have done, we have done the updation of this amount from 80,000 to 85, and location also from Bangalore to Hyderabad, and we have just deleted this employee ID 6 record. Okay, so we have done all of the insertion, insert this, we have insertion, this is updation, and this is deletion. We have done all those things. Okay, so now we will just consume all these things from the stream. Okay, and let's check the data into the stream, whether our stream has captured all these changes, 3 changes at the same time or not. Okay, so let's check the data in the stream. Okay, okay, what it is happening. Okay, so let's paste here. So let's check the data in the stream. Okay, you can see we got 5 rows in our stream. Okay, it has just in this we have inserted this record. You can see we have done the insertion of 2 records, and we have deleted 1 record, and after that we have updated 1 record. Okay, so for updation it is showing 2 things. For updation what we have done, we have just updated the record for Aman. Okay, let me show you the data. We are just updation for employee ID 1. You can see 1, and we have updated location from 80 to 85,000. That's why this is delete and this is insert. Okay, and location also from Bangalore to Hyderabad. You can see that's why it is showing 2 times. After that we have inserted 2 records. We have inserted this 7 and 8 record. That's 7 and 8 records, 7 this and this. Okay, and after that we have deleted this Pankaj record. You can see delete here, metadata is action is delete, and this is false, and this is true where we are doing the updation here in this Aman. Okay, so that's all. Our stream has just captured all of the things. Okay, insertion, deletion and updation. Okay, our stream has captured all those things. Okay, so now we will just consume this all of the insertion, updation and deletion data from this stream in one go. Okay, so how to do this thing, we will just older things only. Okay, instead of writing these things again and again. So first of all, let's copy these things from here. Okay, so we will just copy this for delete first. Okay, so let's copy. We have done this thing earlier only. Okay, so instead of writing this again and again, let's copy and merge into integer tables using this, and this will be same, and where metadata is action is delete and is update is false, then delete. This is for deletion. Okay, and let's copy for the updation as well. Okay, So for the updation, let's copy for the updation. We have done this. This is for the updation. So we will just copy this thing, and let me show you that how can you do these things in one go. Then delete, and this is for delete, and we will just type here one more line, when matched, when matched, and when matched, and let me remove this thing. Okay, when matched, let me remove this thing. Okay, when matched, and when matched, this when it is matched and metadata action is insert update, then update, then it will just update and it will just set like this. Okay, and when not matched, then what it will do, then it will insert when not matched. When not matched, then it will insert. Okay, and for the insert, let me copy the insert type of thing which I have done earlier. Okay, so for the insert we will just copy this thing. Okay, so let me copy this thing and let's paste here. Okay, when not matched, then it will just insert when not matched, and let me type here this thing as well, and metadata is action is false. This thing we have to copy and paste here, when not matched, and metadata action will be just insert, and this is false, and let me type here and as well, and let me do this thing, and this will be false, and then we are going to insert this thing. Okay, and let me remove this semicolon, and we will just, when this match is found, then we will just what, then we will just do the insert, then insert, and let me remove this insert first, then insert, and after that what we will do, then insert this, insert, and let me remove this thing first. We will just give this thing later on. Then insert employee id, employee name, salary, age, location, insert date, last update date, and we are just inserting these things. After that what we will do, give we will just give here values. It is okay, values, and after that we will just give like this. Okay, like that way we have done earlier. Okay, so let me remove this thing, values, and what values we will give, we will just, let me give this to the another line. Okay, values, and after that we will give s.mpid like that. Okay, so let me copy that thing from earlier. We have done that thing insertion earlier. Yeah, this thing we have done. Okay, so let me copy this thing and let's paste here. Okay, it will just insert all of the records. Okay, values, and what are the values, s.empid, and let me give for the empid as well. We haven't given that empid. Okay, so let's give for the empid, when matched s.empid, and after that we will give s.emp name. This is emp name. Let me copy the, let me type these things. Okay, instead of doing hodgepodge, let me type s.empid, and after that s.emp name, emp name, because we are giving this thing as alias name here. Okay, you can see this thing. Okay, s.empid, s.emp name, and after that s.salary. Next column we are having for salary, and after that we are having column for age, age, and after that we are having column for department. So we will give s.department, s.age, it is ages. Let me correct the spelling, s.age, s.department. This is for s.department, and now s.location, s.location. Okay, and now we will just use this current date from the Snowflake. Okay, current date. Okay, and last column, last update date will be just null. Okay, null. Okay, so now let's give the semicolon, semicolon here. Okay, and let me remove this thing because we have given this thing here in the 156 line. Okay, so I think that's all for the code, I think, and if you will face any type of error, then we will just correct that error. Okay, that's not an issue. Okay, so let me summarize what we have done. Okay, so we are just doing insertion, updation, and deletion at the same time. Okay, so first of all we are just merging into this table. This is our target table, and we are just using this stream because all of the data is being captured by the stream, our stream only. You can see we are just doing this updation, deletion, and all those things from the stream only. Okay, So this we are just matching, and when this match is found, when metadata action is delete and metadata is update is false, as it is here metadata is action is delete and is updated false, then what we will do, then it will just delete these records from the target table as well. Okay, and when it is matched this thing, and then it will delete, and when match is just insert and true, means we are doing the updation insert and true. So here what we will do, it will just update, and for updation we are just giving this thing. Okay, e.empid. Okay, so let me check here. Here we are just having empl, and this is e. Okay, so let me give this thing e is also okay. Okay, e.empid when matched, all those things. Okay, e.empid we are just doing that thing. Okay, and when no any match is found from above this thing, delete insert true false. Okay, then when not match, then and when not this match is found and metadata action is insert and metadata is updated false, then what it will do, then it will just insert some of the records, then we are just inserting, then insert, and after that these values, and after that we are just giving values, and these things will be inserted. Okay, so let me execute and let's see that if we will face any type of error, then we will just correct that thing. Okay, so let me execute this and let's see what error we are getting, unexpected when. Okay, so let me correct that thing. Okay, okay, we got this, we have given semicolon here. Okay, we don't have to give the semicolon. Okay, semicolon at the end we have to give. Okay, so what it is showing, invalid identifier as dot salary. Okay, we have given the wrong spelling for salary. Okay, I am giving all wrong spelling again and again. Okay, sorry for that. Let me execute this again and let's see. Okay, we got this. Okay, you can see number of rows inserted 2, number of rows updated 1. Okay, earlier what change we have done, let's see what changes we have done. We have just inserted these two rows, these two rows we have just inserted, and our stream has captured these two rows. Okay, after that what we have done, after that we have just updated this one record. Okay, you can see one row we have just updated, so it is showing number of rows updated 1. After that we have just deleted one record, so it is showing number of rows deleted 1. Okay, so it has just captured all these things into our target table. Okay, so let's check the data into our target table. Okay, so this is my stage table and this is my target table. Okay, so let's copy this. Okay, let's copy this and let's paste here. Okay, and let's see. Okay, so this is my target table and you can see we have 5 rows, and what are the changes we have done, let's match that thing as well. Okay, so what are the changes, we have inserted 7 8, you can see 7 8 Janki and Kamal we have inserted, where Pune Bangalore is there, you can see. Okay, this is record is inserted into our target table, and for updation we have just updated the record for employee ID 1, Aman from 80,000 to 85, and location from Bangalore to Hyderabad, so it is now also updated, and for the employee id 6 is now deleted from here, you can see. So by this way you can just consume all of the changes at the same time, whether that is a insert, update or delete. Okay, you can just consume all of the things at the same time. Okay, and let's check in the stream. In the stream we don't have any data because we have consumed all of the data. You can see we have 0 rows in the stream because we have just consumed all of the data from the stream. That's why it is showing 0 data. We have just consumed all of the insertion, updation and deletion into our target table. Okay, by this way you can just consume all of the insert, delete and update from the target table. Okay, this is the code. Okay, and if you will say, then I will provide you this code as well. Okay, so that's all, that how can you consume all of the insertion, updation and deletion at the same time. Okay, so now what we will do, we will do this consuming by the task. Okay, what we are doing, we are just doing here, we are just firing this query. Okay, and suppose that you have a business requirement, you have any one table, and that table is used by various departments, HR department, sales department or the marketing department as well. Okay, and HR department is also doing some of the changes in the table, sales department is also doing some of the changes in the table, and that marketing department is also doing some of the changes, means they are maybe some of suppose that HR department is inserting some of the records in the table, and sales department is doing some of the updation in the table, and market department is just doing some of the deletion. So at the same time, updation, insertion and deletion is going on into the table. So what we can do for just consuming that data means, we can, how can we understand, how can, suppose that there is an admin, how can admin understand that what is insert, what the insertion is being done in the table, what is deletion is being done in the table, and what is updation is done being done in the table. Okay, so what it will do, he will just create a stream on that table, and it will be just updated into the target table. Okay, then what it will do, suppose the HR table is doing, in HR means HR is all doing the changes in the morning, evening. Okay, so these all the three departments can do these changes at any time, whether they can do these changes at morning, evening, or any time they can do the change. Okay, so admin cannot do these things manually again and again. He cannot means fire this query again and again for doing the updation in the target table. Okay, so for this, what he will do, he will just schedule one task, and that task will do this updation, deletion and insertion at the scheduled time. Okay, so that's why the task is came into the picture. Okay, so now what we will do, earlier what we are doing, we are just firing this query for doing the updation, insertion and deletion, and we are just consuming that data from the stream to the target table. That thing we are just doing, and we are firing this query again and again. Okay, whatever the change is being captured by the stream, we are just consuming that thing again and again by firing this query. Okay, and suppose that I don't want to fire this query again and again, then what should I do? We can just schedule a one task, then that task will just consume the data from that stream again and again. Okay, we don't have to fire this query again and again. Okay, so let's see this thing in the action, then we will better understand this thing. Okay, okay, so now let me create a one schema. Let me type here schema, and let me create a one schema by the my task, where I will store all of the task there. Okay, you can see my schema, that my task schema is now created. And now what we will do, we will just create a one task, and we will just give this query to that task, and that task will just consume all of the data by the that which is being consumed by the stream, and it will store into the target table. Okay, we don't have to do and fire this query again and again, this query. Okay, so for creating a task, we have seen that how can we create a task. Okay, so let's write the syntax for creating a task. Okay, it is simple. We have discussed this thing in the previous session. Create or replace task, and after that we will store this in the my tasks dot, let me give the name as a task empl data load. Okay, because it is just loading the data. Okay, so let me give this name, and let me give the warehouse name as well. Warehouse is my sky training. And let me schedule this thing, let me schedule it for 1 minute, because we don't have lot of time. We will just see all these things in action in the 1 minute. We can use the cron method as well. We have discussed that thing in the previous session. Okay, and when let me type here that thing, then we will understand. When system, okay, let me type not dollar, let me type here system when system dollar when system dollar stream, when stream has data, when stream has data, then this task will run. Okay, stream has data, and which stream, and let me give my stream name. Okay, my stream name is this one, my streams dot stream dot empl. Okay, that's why we have created all these things in the separate schema. When this stream has data, then it will, this task will just execute. Okay, and let me give these things in this single quotes. Okay, so for the single quotes, let me close here as well. Okay, so now this thing is ready, and after that let me type here as. Okay, as. Okay, and now we will just give that query. Okay, so this is basically the syntax for creating a task, create or replace task, and this is basically the task name, and this is warehouse, or you can use the compute warehouses, that user warehouses as well. Okay, and this is scheduling of the 1 minute, or you can use cron method. Okay, and when this, we are just using this system. Okay, when our stream has data, which stream? This stream. Whenever this stream has data, then this task will run. Okay, when our stream has data means whenever suppose that you have created an stream and stream has data, then what is the meaning of stream has data? Stream has data means user has done some of the changes into the table, whether user has done updation, insertion or deletion. That's why stream has captured that thing. Okay, means stream has data, it means that some of the changes are being done into the table. That's why stream has captured that thing, in whether that is an insertion or deletion or updation. Okay, so stream has data means some of the changes has been done into the source table. Okay, that's why stream has just captured that thing. Okay, so that's why we are giving when system dollar stream has data, this stream, then this task will run. Okay, then this task will schedule after 1 minute. Okay, when stream has data, then this task will run after 1 minute again and again. Okay, so we don't have to perform this query again and again. Okay, so now what we will do, we will just copy this thing. Okay, and we will just give this task to the task. Okay, so let's copy this and we will just give this work to this task, and this task will just do this thing. Okay, so let me paste here instead of writing this thing. So we will just give merge into this thing, and rest all the things will be same. Okay, we don't have to give any of the editing here. Okay, rest all the things will be same. Okay, because we have just given this work to this task. Okay, so that's all about this creating task, create or replace task. This is task name, and whenever this our stream has data, then this task will run and it will just do this work. It will just do the insertion, updation and deletion to the target table, and it will consume all of the data which is having a stream, and it will consume all of the data from the stream, and it will store into the target table, and it will match them according to their need. Okay, suppose that there some updation is going on, so it will just update that target table data through the stream, and whatever updation is being done that in the target table or the stream, then it will just update that records into the target table like that way. Okay, so we have just given this thing and this is the task. Okay, so now what we will do, we will just create this task. Okay, so let me create this task and let's see if any of error it is showing, then we will just try to correct that error. Okay, so let me execute this. Okay, wow, it is not showing any of the error. Task employee data load is now successfully created. Okay, so now you can just describe the task, and after creating the task, what we have to do, we have discussed that whenever you will create the task, then by default your task will move to the suspended state. Okay, you have to just resume your task after creating the task. You have to just resume your task. Okay, so let me describe this task first. Okay, describe this task. Okay, so let's describe. Okay, what it is saying, describe my task. Look, okay, let me not get okay. Okay, we have to give the task as well. Describe task. Okay, describe task and my task. Okay, so you can see state is now suspended. Okay, and this is the definition what work this will do. This will just do this work. It will just take the data from the stream and it will store this updated, inserted and deleted data into the target table. This work it will do. Okay, this is the definition, and you can see this is the condition which I have put. When stream has data, then this task will run. Okay, otherwise this task will not run again and again after 1 minute. This task will run only when stream has data. Okay, so you can see this thing, and after that we have to resume the task. Okay, so let me resume the task first. Okay, so for resuming, let me give here alter task and my task name. Let me copy the task name from here. Okay, so this is my task name, alter task, this is my task name, and now we will just resume this. Okay, so let me resume this. Okay, so statement executed, and let's see the state. Okay, you can see here state, where state, yeah, you can see state is now started. Okay, and we don't have any of the predecessor because we haven't given any of that after this task should run. Okay, we haven't given that tag of the task directed acyclic graph. We are not doing that thing. Okay, so now let's check the data into our source table first, then we will do some of the updation and then we will check. Okay, so where is my source table? Okay, okay, this is my source table name. Let's copy this thing and let's check the data into the source table. Okay, so select, let me type here select asterisk from, this is my table. and let's give the semicolon, let's execute. Okay, and we will do some of the updation. Okay, you can see this is my source table and we have just created the stream on this table. Okay, so whatever changes we will do in this table, it will be just captured by the stream, and it will and after that it will trigger to the task that stream has data, then our task will run and it will do their work. Okay, so now we have some data in this, and now we will do some of the insertion, updation and deletion. Okay, so for insertion, let's copy the code from earlier. Okay, instead of writing that insertion again. So let's copy these things. Okay, insertion, updation and deletion, we have done this thing now. So we will just copy this thing and let's paste here. Okay, doing insertion, updation. Okay, so what we will do, we will just insert some of the records. Okay, and let's take from here employee id 10. Okay, and then we will understand employee id 10, employee id 11. We don't have any of the record in our source table with employee id 10, 11. Okay, so employee id 10, let's give name as Shivam, and let's give this name as Pranav. Okay, and these are the salaries, and this is sales, and this is technology, and let's give the Lucknow location, and this is Bangalore. Okay, and now let's insert these records into our source table. Okay, so let's insert. Okay, you can see number of rows inserted 2. Okay, we will just check the data as well. Okay, let's check the data. Okay, you can see earlier we are having 5 rows, now we have 7 rows. Okay, you can see this record is now inserted, and this also being captured by the stream as well. Okay, we will check that stream later on. Okay, so first of all, let's we have done the insertion, let's update some of the records. Okay, let's update here, let's update location, update Hyderabad, employee id 2, employee id 2. Okay, where employee id is 2, the record from the it is having already Hyderabad. Okay, so let's give here some other location, let's give here Kanpur. Okay, for the employee id 2. Okay, let's do this updation. Okay, and let's delete some of the record. Okay, so we will just delete the record for employee id. Let's check the data first. Okay, then we will just delete the record, one row from the table. Okay, so now we will just delete this aman record for the employee id 1. Okay, where emp in 1. Okay, okay, so you can see number of rows deleted 1. Okay, so now let's quickly check the data, finalize the data, means which data now we have in the table and which data is being captured by the stream. Okay, so let's check here. Okay, you can see here we got this 10 11 rows here, 10 11 we have just inserted, and we have just updated this record for mpid 2 Ankit, and we have changed the location from Hyderabad to Kanpur and salary to 85,000. Okay, and we have deleted employee id 1, that is Aman, and we don't have employee id. You can see we have 6 rows, earlier we are having 7. Okay, so this is the final data which I am having in the source table. Okay, okay, so now let's check in the target table that whether our target table have received this that changed data or not. Okay, so let's check in the target table. Okay, so target table, my target table name is let's copy the target table name from somewhere. Yeah, this is my target table name. Let's copy the target table name here. Okay, target table name. Okay, so let's copy here. Okay, okay, sorry guys, we have to copy and paste here. Okay, and let's execute this. Okay, and you can see we got 6 rows here. Okay, okay, you can see we have emp name. Okay, let's verify this thing. Okay, you can see emp id 10 11 we have inserted. Okay, and our stream has just captured this thing, emp id 10, emp id 11 Shivam Pranav. Okay, and you can see we got this record into our target table. Okay, and for the updates, you can see we have updated for record 2 and location from Lucknow, from Bangalore, I think Hyderabad earlier we are having. Okay, you can see for the Ankit location is Kanpur now. Okay, you can see, and salary is 85,000. Okay, and we have just deleted employee id 1, so you can see we are not getting employee id 1 here. Okay, we are just getting 6 rows here, and that record is also deleted. Okay, let's check in the stream. Okay, we haven't checked stream first. Okay, okay, stream has no data because we have just consumed all of the data into our table, you can see. Okay, and let's describe the task first. Okay, and you can see state is started because we have resumed this. Okay, so now whenever you will do any of the changes into the table, then it will just capture that thing, and it will just trigger this to the task that stream has data and you have to do your work. Okay, so then this task will do execute this query and it will do their work. Okay, so you can just try this thing with some another one as well. Okay, employee id 12 and employee id 13. Okay, let's insert this record into the table. Okay, let's insert this. Okay, you can see I have inserted, and let's check this in the stream whether our stream is capturing this thing or not. Okay, you can see our stream has captured these two rows. We have inserted 12, 13, Shivam, Pranav. Earlier we are having the record. Let's check in the target table. Okay, so in the target table we have just 6 rows and 10, 11. Okay, and now we have just inserted this record for 12 and 30. We don't have employee id 12, 13. Okay, and let's wait for 1 minute, and after 1 minute this task will do execute and it will do their work. Okay, so what scenario it is following? Okay, we whenever we will do some of the updation or deletion or insertion, then this our stream will capture that, and whenever stream has data, you can see we have given condition here. Whenever our stream has data, then it will just trigger that notification to this task, that stream will trigger that I am having data, then this task will do work. Here we have given this condition: whenever stream has data, then this task will run. Okay, and when stream has no data, then this task will not run. Okay, so that's the scenario which is going on here. Okay, and we have to wait for 1 minute, and after 1 minute we will see, we will get this record as well. 6 to 8 rows we will get. Okay, 12, 13 after 1 minute, because my task will just execute this query and it will do their work. Okay, earlier what we are doing, earlier we are just executing this query again and again for just consuming the data from the stream, but here what it is doing, our task is automatically consuming the data from the stream whenever stream has data after 1 minute. Okay, so now let's check the data in the stream table. Now 1 minute gone. Okay, so you can see we have 8 rows got. Okay, and this is for the employee id 12, employee id 13 we have inserted. You can see here this is employee id 12 and this is employee id 13. You can see we have inserted this record after one, and after 1 minute our task run and our task has inserted this record. Okay, so by this way you can just schedule your task, then you don't have to perform this query again and again. Your task will just consume the data from the stream, whether that is a insertion, updation or deletion. Okay, so that's all about the streams and task. We have just seen this thing, we how to consume insertion, updation, deletion, and how to consume all these things in one go, and how to just schedule the task and consume all of the data automatically by the stream. Okay, so that's all for today, and just try to practice these streams and tasks, then you will better understand these things, and if you have any doubt then you can ask. So that's all for today, and from the next videos maybe we will start the snow pipe or some another topic, JSON. Okay, because JSON loading is a very important. How can you construct the JSON, means how can you create your simple data into the JSON. Okay, so we will discuss that thing. Okay, so that's all for today. Meet you soon in the next very interesting tutorial. Bye, take care of yourself guys.